Hi, I'm Vinny Rinaldi, and I'm at the moment. I think when we talk about the pipes, we need to ladder it up to what business and job are we trying to solve, and I think that's really bringing our brands to the masses in a modern way. I've spent a lot of time on a lot of different sides. Early on in my career, I got an opportunity to go to a young company in audience science and startup world and really start to learn about data technology and where this wild west was happening. And coming out of college, kind of just took any job at the moment. So it was really good. I kind of stepped into it a little bit, I would say. But getting an opportunity to learn early on, building out an audience third-party data system for P&G at the time. And then I had a few other stints where other people I met brought me along the way. I spent 3 years at Adapt TV, pre and post acquisition by AOL. Got really into the ad tech world early on, loved everything I was doing. From there, I actually spent the next 3 years at Google, being inside one of the most powerful machines there is and probably the smartest people you ever come across. So it was an incredible opportunity. And then at that moment, I was like, I kind of want to get out of the sell side and go to the buy side. So I ended up taking a role and moving over to the agency world. Spent a few years working on the acquisition and integration of Merkle at the Dentsu network. And then I got an opportunity at Hershey. Hershey came calling, and kind of the rest is history. It brought me to the seat I'm in, and over the years I've learned a lot about how brands grow, how they show up differently. But what better way than to take all the things I've learned and bring it to a 130-year-old chocolate company. It's been a really fun journey. We're actually, one of the big things we're doing here at the moment is actually launching our new media mix model system, which is AI-based, always on, which is a very rare thing for legacy CPG companies, where we have a complete data warehouse with cleansing data in real time, always on. And then our media mix model will run on a monthly basis, on a 4-week look back and a 12-week look back. So we continuously look at both demand capture and demand generation while building our brands. It's probably been our biggest project at the moment. And then we will also be launching in the near moment, the Hershey movie, which we briefly talked about prior, but it's one of our pride and joys. I think it's one of the best stories never told. And for our brand to be on the big screen and to have our founder's story come to life is going to be a dream come true for all of our employees. I think AI is everyone's trend, but I think for me, the biggest is bringing the world of media and creative back together and really focusing on how do you communicate to consumers in a wide array of platforms? How do you show up in their moments when they're either leaning back in a dual screen environment? Our brands have been built over a legacy of time, but they need to almost be modernized in a way that you can show up across every platform in a very unique way. And to do that at scale across 40 different brands at any given moment takes a lot of time, effort, as well as capabilities through augmented reality and all the AI that's being built. So all those areas are super important. But I think when we talk about the pipes, we need to ladder it up to what business and job are we trying to solve. And I think that's really bringing our brands to the masses in a modern way. Curiosity. I love when people dig in, ask why. I unfortunately like to ask a lot of questions too. I didn't know it at the time, but when I was graduating from 8th grade, my reading teacher gave me a Curious George book to leave with. And she was like, "You are the most curious kid in our class. You ask so many questions, but I love it. And I want you to never forget that." And it's kind of just stuck with me. Everyone should be curious about everything they hear. And it doesn't make you wrong for asking questions. I think it just makes you a lot more curious about what problem you're trying to solve. Listen more than you speak. Take everything in and be a sponge. That to me, that advice I wish I had on day one. I mean, I still did because you don't know what you don't know and you want to listen, but just take everything in around you. Leaders, your peers, respect them, and just be a sponge and be curious.